All right, what we got for you guys today is some 50s Americana. What we got is a 55, a 56, and two 57 Chevys, known as the Tri-5s or the Boxcars. Today we're going to go over some of the differences between each one of the year models and some things to look out for if you're wanting to build yourself one of these. Starting with the 1955. A couple of things to look for whenever you're trying to identify one of these. The 55s had a very short grille in the front, so it didn't go all the way from side to side. It kind of stopped almost inside the confines of the hood. You had some teardrop-shaped turn signals down here and a nice, awesome bird on the front with the Chevy badge with the shield emblem right there on the front. Some more things about the 55 that set itself apart. The fuel door in the back is like your normal square fuel door like you'll see on a lot of modern vehicles that you open up and fuel it in from the side. Tail lights were different, so the 55 was not so much as aggressively styled like you're going to see on the 56s and the 57s. So this car was more about the hot rod. If you're building one of these things, some things to know. Without tubbing the rear, you're very limited on the width of tire that you're going to be able to put on the back of these things. It can be significantly wide, but as you're trying to get into drag slicks and some serious horsepower, you're going to have a little bit of a time because of the shape and the style of that wheel well back there. This vehicle specifically is equipped with a 383 stroker. It's got some pretty good slicks on the back and some narrow skinnies in the front. So this thing is all about some red light to red light hot rod speed. Engine options on these guys. They came equipped with an inline 6-cylinder or a 265 V8. That would have been the same here for the 1956. So the 1956, some styling differences that you're going to see. A little bit more aggressive brow shape to the headlights. That grille goes all the way from side to side. This is a fully customized 66, but usually you would see that badging option up here in the front and the center of the hood, along with that nice huge V shape that just absolutely told the story of what year model you were messing with. These guys usually came with a bird on the hood as well, but this car is completely customized. We've shaved all that off and this thing has been debadged and go for a lot cleaner look on this hot rod. Another difference that you're going to find on the 56 is the fuel door is now inside the taillight housing. So you have a little switch there that you'll turn that counterclockwise and it'll drop down and then you'll be able to put some fuel in it. One of the main differences that you'll see across all three of the Tri-5s is the way that you put the fuel in. Another big difference on the 56s is when we started coming out with detachable wheel skirts. So you could take those off, put those on. This vehicle, we opted to keep those on there. Underneath the hood of this vehicle, we have a 327 V8. That's not the V8 that it came with from the factory, but one of the most awesome parts of the Tri-5s is these things, tons of space underneath the hood. You could go 454 big block, you could do LS swaps. There's a ton of options that you can do under the hood. We got plenty of room in there and plenty of room for those radiators to keep those things nice and cool. All right, so moving into the 1957, you'll see that the styling has changed drastically. We started getting a lot more cosmetic, started getting a lot more aerodynamic, and going a lot more about the looks and the styling of the vehicle. This thing, we now started getting an upgrade with the engine. Now, we still had that inline 6 available, but now is a 283 V8 in there. Underneath the hood of this guy, we have a 327 that's completely upgraded. We've got fuel injection on here from a tunnel ram system, so plenty of options that you can do with these vehicles when you're upgrading them. When you're putting the fuel inside the 57, there's now, you'll see sharp fins on the back for those taillights, which is your very distinct difference between all the Tri-5s. The 57 has those nice fins on the back, and there's a little side pocket right there on the driver's side where you'll rotate to the side and get your fuel in there. The grille still continues to go all the way across the front from side to side like you did on the 56, but now we've got some really stylized bumpers with the bullets in the front. You can see on the original one over here that they came from the factory with like a rubberized style for if you bumped into a vehicle in front of you. This car has opted to have chrome caps put on there for style reasons. And also on the 57, you're going to see the hood bullets. Now this car specifically has real hood bullets. These are made to emulate the 50 cal round, so you can see completely custom setup on this car. We got ghost flames in the paint, like lots of options in this car. This thing's got completely tricked out interiors. It's a really good thing. If you're wanting to build one of these, this 57 is probably going to be your more friendly for modifications. It's got a lot of room back there for tunnels, for transmission sizes. You've got lots of options for wheel sizes in the back there. You can really tub these things out and put some really fat slicks under there. If you're looking to get into the Tri-5s, these things are super user-friendly to modify. There's tons of parts available in the aftermarket out there. The 55 is going to be your more pure hot rod enthusiast type vehicle. You're not going to get the same kind of level of creature comforts that you're going to find in the 56 and the 57. But like I said, parts are available. You can usually find a good donor vehicle starting anywhere between $8,000 to about $15,000 to get you started on them. But the sky's the limit on the cost on these vehicles. Heavily modified vehicles can be all the way into 6 figures and above. There's really no way of putting a monetary value on some of these cars, especially the history involved. So if you're looking to get into one, things to pay attention to are rust. Make sure that you got a solid chassis that you can work with, some good suspension already underneath there, and a good starting point where we can get you started. You can build these things yourself, or you can bring it down to Iron Horse Classics in Wiley, Texas, and we'll get you fixed up. So we've gone over some of the prices, some of the things to consider if you're building one of these things, but right now what I want to do is kind of showcase a little bit about each individual car and what makes it special to the owners. We're really blessed to have the owners out here of these vehicles today, so they can tell you a couple things about what makes these vehicles special to them.
My name's John Venzel. This is my 55 Chevrolet. I bought this car in 1977. I've owned it ever since. The reason why I bought it is because I fell in love with these cars when I was a kid, when I was a young man, and swore that I would own one. And it's taken 48 years to get this car where it's at.
Yes, I'm Buddy Barrows, and this is our 56 Bel Air, Linda Lou. A little bit of brief history about this going back. Jesse and Linda Serio built this car back in 1959, and they dated in it. And the story goes that she eventually ended up in the hospital with Alzheimer's, and this is the only way that she could remember and bring back her memories was riding in the 56. My wife dated their son, Steve Serio, and through high school. And so this is our tie-in to that relationship and the history of this car, Linda Lou, in the 56. And if you'd like to hear more about the history of Linda Lou, we have also done a YouTube video on the Iron Horse channel, so you can find out more about the 56 and the history behind it.
Hello, I'm David Balthrop, Murphy, Texas. I bought this 57 Chevy in a field in Enid, Oklahoma for $15, somewhere around 1976. Of course, done a lot to it since then. My favorite thing about this car is the paint job. Put the ghost flames on it. I told the guys that painted it I wanted it to be a blue car from 15 paces, and you walk towards it, you saw the flames, and Iron Horse Classics did a great job of doing that. It's got a 327 Chevrolet motor in it. Had a little work done to it, and it's just a great car for what I want.
All right, so our other three vehicles represent really heavily modified Tri-5s that are really pure about sports. You know, these cars are hot rods. These are things that high horsepower, high torque. These things are made to go red light to red light. This vehicle right here, this 57, is very pure. It's very close to the way it came from the factory. It does have a 327 under the hood as well, but it's a very stock 327, nothing crazy about it. This thing came to the shop here for several oil leaks, a couple little modifications, some electrical issues that we had there. So we went ahead, got the oil fixed. It was leaking from the rear crankshaft on it, so we got a new rope seal put in there. Did a couple other modifications under the hood with some electrical work and everything. Got it all fixed back up. All right, guys, so let me know in the comments down below which one of these is your favorite. And if you're looking to have one built, hey, let us know over at Iron Horse Classics. We can take care of you.